Okay, we are recording. Hello everyone, it's Kendra. Today I wanted to talk about my favorite YouTubers. They are what inspired me to start my own YouTube channel. I know I haven't made a whole lot of videos yet, but I know I've already mentioned a couple of these, and I'm also going to throw in a couple of my podcast favorites at the end. I am also going to link all their channels down below. My first YouTuber, I feel like I could talk about her forever. I feel like she is a real life best friend. I just love watching her. Jessica Braun is who I'm talking about. I haven't even said her name yet. So Jessica Braun, I have been watching her for at least 5 years, if not 6 years. So that's a long time to be, watching someone on YouTube. I watched her get engaged, I watched her get married, I watched her go through pregnancy and have a baby. Like, I feel like I really know her, and she's very genuine. Her personality is what really makes me like her a lot. She also has a really good mix of content, I feel. Especially lately, she's been kind of diving into more of the lifestyle videos. She started as a beauty YouTuber, and I would trust anything that she recommends because we have actually really similar skin tones. So I find that I like a lot of her stuff, and I find she's very trustworthy and genuine, and I love her. The next one kind of goes along with that is TylerTravelsTV. That's Jessica Braun's husband. They also post like their family vlogs on that channel. But the other thing that I love about it is all of their travel vlogs. Tyler normally does kind of a little offshoot, and he'll give like a lot of fun facts or history of wherever they're visiting. He does like very professional quality travel videos. So if you're into any travel videos, that is an awesome one to hit. Plus, him and Jessica together are just like, I love watching their relationship. It's so much fun. They joke together, like you can really tell that they're best friends and that they're like made to be together, and it makes you happy watching them. You can't like not smile when they're giggling and joking and doing their inside jokes together. It's a lot of fun over there. My next favorite YouTuber is LeighAnnSays. I started watching her a few years ago, I believe. I don't even remember how I got into her, but what has made me stay is her like fun little quirky personality. She is very herself in all of her vlogs, and I know she said before how she's like a walking contradiction, and I kind of feel that. Like, I feel like I'm kind of a similar like walking contradiction. Like, I was raised very differently than I feel like how I am now. Not that that's how she is, but like she's into a lot of different things, and her style is like very eclectic and just different and fun, and I love their vlogs. Sorry, I'm looking at my notes here. I love their vlogs a lot, and the other thing I really love lately about her channel is all of her house content. I love houses, I like DIYs. I almost was an interior designer. So I just love her, like how she's into all her 80s houses, and like following her Instagram. It's a lot of fun, so check her out. My next favorite YouTuber is Jen Plans. She's obviously a planner YouTuber. She doesn't post a whole lot, but all of her videos that she posts on planner stuff, I feel like it's very relatable. I feel like it's easy to follow. She like gets to the point. She's very good about like, even though she gets sent things for PR, she is very honest in her opinions, and she does also a lot of good content on budgeting. They follow like a Dave Ramsey budget. I feel like I've been watching her for quite a few years too, just because we both use a lot of Erin Condren products. That's where we're focused. She is awesome. The next one I have is Our Little Nest. This is actually, I first got into this channel because she had her name is Emelyne, and she originally had a YouTube channel called Sweet Emelyne. She's still continuing that channel, but I feel like she doesn't post as much on that one anymore. She used to do a lot of really cool like vintage things. She does a lot of like thrift hauls, and a lot of like, I don't know, just cutesy girly stuff over on that channel. But Our Little Nest is her second channel that she created after her and her husband Connor got married. They bought a small house and they completely renovated it. They completely redid everything and flipped that house, and now it looks so beautiful. And I love to go to her channel if I'm really wanting to watch kind of like HGTV, but in real life. I feel like that's what that channel is. I feel like she gives a lot of good like tips and tricks, and she does a lot of like experimental things. She like has redone her dishwasher with a stainless steel coating on it to make it look real. Like, it turns out really good. There's a lot of fun projects that they do over there. Also, they are redoing a camper right now, which I feel like is so cute. It just reminds me of tiny houses, which I love House Hunters, like tiny house edition. I binge watch that. I will gladly binge watch that. But yeah, head over to her channel if you want some good DIY inspo. My next favorite YouTuber is Pretty Neat Living. Her name is Jen. She's a mom. I feel like a lot of people that I follow are moms. I have that kind of mom spirit in me. But I love her also for planner content. And she also, what I've realized lately is when I watch her, I feel just a sense of calming. I feel like she has talked a lot about her journey with anxiety and depression and like social anxiety and just a lot of like self-growth kind of things. She talks about yoga, she talks about her kids, she has a whole lot of stuff. She's been on YouTube for I think almost 10 years, so she has a lot of content over there. And I really enjoy her if I feel like I need some grounding in my day. I feel like she's a good one to go to. My next one is a booktuber. This is Peruse Project. Her name is Reagan. I love to follow her for her books, and her reading vlogs are really fun. She lives in New York City. So it's been interesting lately with all the pandemic stuff going on, but her vlogs are just a lot of fun to watch, and I feel like she has a lot of fun energy to her videos, and she loves fantasy novels. So if you're into fantasy reads, then that's who I would go to. I don't read a lot of books that she recommends because I'm not a huge fantasy person, but I just like to watch her for her vlogs and her personality. And she also does a lot of good like fashion hauls. I feel like she's always very stylish, and I feel like she does a lot of good clothing hauls and book hauls, and she also talks about different shows, video games, stuff like that. So she's kind of a mix of a lot of stuff too, but I'm most likely for her reading vlogs. The next one is actually newer to me. It's Ariel Bissett. She's a Canadian YouTuber. I watched some of her videos like a long time ago, but just never really got into them. It was back when I first started watching some booktube videos, but I just recently, in the last month or so, got into her channel. She again has a fun, quirky personality, and she just seems like she's so herself, and it's so refreshing to find people on the internet who aren't being fake. And she will say anything, even, you know, if it's controversial. She just stands up for what she believes in, and I don't know, she just has a strong personality, and I really like that about her. My next one is another mom YouTuber. Her name is Jordan Page. She also has a website called funcheaperfree.com. A lot of her content is based on like mom life hacks, like how to get your life together, how to get your budgets together, how to make your life more efficient. And I've pulled a lot of good tips and tricks from her, and a lot of good budgeting things. And I also just love to watch her because she has just a crazy life. She has 8 kids, 8, and they are all, I believe, under the age of 10. That's a lot of kids, and she just had twins. Like, it's a crazy life, but it's so much fun to watch them go through it, and I don't know how they do it. She has so much energy, and so does her husband, and they are doing life right. The last one I'm going to talk about, she's no longer doing YouTube videos. She hasn't for the past 2 years, but I really wanted to mention her because I was into her channel for a really long time. Her name is Kathryn Ann. She is based in Texas. I watched her a lot of the time when I was a student. She kind of got me through my student phase. She was a nursing student right around the same time that I was a dental hygiene student. So a lot of her study videos, a lot of her tips, and a lot of her like organization, just lifestyle videos, honestly, just really helped me to kind of calm down and to kind of push through and know that you can do it, because she is a very determined person, and I really love that about her. She has a lot of fun stuff, and even though she's not currently making videos, you can still go support her channel by watching some of her other content, and she does sometimes post on Instagram as well. The last two things I was going to touch on was my favorite podcasts. My favorite fun podcast is Office Ladies. I absolutely love The Office. It's one of my all-time favorite shows, and it is a podcast where Jenna Fisher and Angela Kinsey, they go over every single episode of The Office. Right now they're in season 3, but they give a summary, they give little insights of what it was like to film those things, they give fun facts and just stuff that no one else would know unless they were there. That's what they say. And sometimes they have guest stars like Rainn Wilson and John Krasinski. They also talk to like the directors and some of the people who are more behind the scenes. And it's a lot of fun. If you like The Office and you kind of want to rewatch it and you want to get something new out of it, definitely go listen to Office Ladies. My last one I'm going to talk about, he also posts all of his podcasts on YouTube, and that is Joe Rogan. Follow the Joe Rogan Experience. His podcast is just real. He has every day, I'm pretty sure he does a podcast, and he has all sorts of different guests on there and all sorts of different topics. Literally, you could talk about anything under the sun. Joe Rogan, if you don't know him, he originally started on Fear Factor, which I always forget, but he's a comedian. He also is into like fighting and like jujitsu, and I feel like that does not at all seem like someone who I would follow, because I'm not into any of that, but his podcast is so real, and they're like hours long, and if you want a deep discussion on like some heavy topics, he is always the one that I go to. I feel like he does a good job of having people of both sides and a lot of different opinions on his channel, and like he says, he does the podcast all by himself. No one else, influences what is going on his podcast. He just decides, hey, I want to have this person on and I want to have a chat with them, and just see where it takes them. If you have time to go give some of them a listen, they are very interesting and very mind-opening, I feel like. So the Office Ladies and Joe Rogan Experience I normally listen to on my Apple Podcasts app, but you can also find the Joe Rogan Experience videos on YouTube as well. Thanks for watching, you guys. Again, I will be linking all the channels down below in the description box, so please go make sure to check them out. And that is all for today's video, guys. Have a happy day.